on the streets. You need a beer, buy your beer.
I understand it, but when you also have the tagline as being a gatekeeper or a bottleneck to the progress of people, sometimes you might also want to watch your utterances, because the hate that people have for entertainment pundits these days, yeah, it's true. And one of the artists are Ofuele Sadieno, Shatta Wale. One of the artists are Onusu Fuele same, Sarkodie. Sarkodie actually did a whole song, Free Press, to, as it were, insult the media. And I mean, Mr. Port, who pursue Jinan so dear, but Mr. Mepacho Maminiano. Say, Adena or any dear. He deserves. Sarkodie. He deserves a slap at the back of the neck, but
BBSC.
Minchim.
Assembly Bana. Say, Penny say that's all any anti asem for Fran, and say,
Minim DBC, but and then Sergio Ramos. Me Jinamudin day in the NL.
I'm my coffee Sukakra.
And the more day over the last defender. And
then Pacho out Jams album Nabana.
Jams album say Friday.
Na obedi asem de eden ebem no panopai asori a yenka bi nhyiema minim se bia Samria Shatta Wale aso be hyi wokota ye de ne be koi minim se no ho asem na ye ba
ni nyina ho but I'm just saying
a Jamaica de obam say
a Jamaica wum.
Oh okay ne
say no Jamaica etuti say edit to Facebook say Jams album pre view ni ade no or pese onya DJ baako ana se media guy baako no kwotena ne show so no ne me no review album no track by track no mo sa ye performances ne ade sa na obedi kan
obedi
ai
and also go here Ghanaian media
enye so here Ghanaian media
no
fans ne enkyere de baby a onko wanka so here Ghana media also ne fans ne enkyere ne baby onko. And this statement has been met with a lot of backlash. Hey, ready? Yes, you. Yes, pa. Echera di pedi amiao. Sadi we pa. Babwa. Nede. May allow. May allow. There. Who's some person we may allow. I'm saying that there are a lot of artists producing alternative music. Mamem kwechi me fast line ni bioma. Obeshi obedi afio. Before we come to the obedi case, ade.
Na I don't know what started stories now. We tresi and we tresi. Some say fina ba na edi nti. Wa could be fina ne so a. Ba mu ni ndie.
Van Gogh drawing. You might see say as akura bia odi crayon edi agro paper so, but it's worth millions of dollars. So it's art, and art is, it's never wrong. It depends on the mood at every given point in time. It might just creep on you. That song, single, you might find yourself in a situation where after a counting seminar, was a number one. So I just pray, my entire career as a DJ, I can actually listen to a song and tell you that this song is whack.
Yeah, but
I would want to criticize it. Meaning, I would want to criticize artists. It be awaye. What you say? Ni suba be awa dan and the dia na same be awa can dan. The art itself. The art itself is different because you might have an issue with Black Sheriff, but obetima drop on numbi. Dakro unam baby and then was waiting and was in BSc. We'll say, Avi is the one I want to. So what at that point in time, what are you now? You need to make us why you don't wanna. What I say? So yes, entertainment pundits. We can talk about artists, we can talk about Kwame Eugene say be an dress and cry in your face. What I say? Can send a dress in your face, but the song itself, talk about Sarkodie, say be a Nisiga now or maybe you don't actually appreciate it, but the song itself, the product itself, when I said that Lumba drop several songs and not any money na enchi. but you ya say you did bubbles.
I hate it.
Oh, you did bubbles any vanyo pub G and inga crack nti abu trek akra aha and onye say enye da say enye wo de enye de no a relative aha ka say enyum no enye me de but said the beya we say we are actually learning. Life is a learning process because enyum bebre wo ha e ba ya na enye me de but me ye ya wo ha be kupu enyum we sa Nigeria for enyum we kuloza I me say me say I am a dead but me who dance video be ne how on the and one
me so I dope nation boys and a patek
Mr. Easy Patek
dance video ne man you me chi
ut me who bibi e social media and so anyhow our narrative it was automatically it now jumps into your favorite song. So I'm just saying Serebeya we are learning yenyina isuade I'm not a repository of all knowledge. I'm also learning from my past mistake and also learning from others that I also listen to and watch. As much as art, we critique art based on how we feel about it. But the loudness of our critique sometimes and yet as loud as our praiser too. That is why it has created a lot of rift between critics and I say the media and the producers of the art form, that is the artist. The rift in the because some people might want to criticize, but they are not constructive. Criticism no and yet constructive. It's artists need to be no tia. However, I also do understand that these days, whether say all criticize it constructively or not, people choose what they want to hear. So, cause a typical example is one of the SM fans who slide Okura DM. Yeah, I asked him, and I might want to play that back. Me, my man must add this here. Yeah, no, I'm just saying because on tia DNA si adena me kind one tia si or baby, and obi a catcher me say DJ Slim ADD Shatta Wale atem, but a sempote ben me kind. One tier. What I say, people choose what they want to listen to. Maybe this here. Say.
So actually,
Debbie, me your day I will be matem.
Like I interview you. Last I'm so the Shatta Wale at them go for empty. We shall be fine. If you want to come to me, I'm so.
Obi me catch you say me did matem. Na obi aka twa se me didi na tem a what se me di na tem
Gabi bye until I to be a can so what I said we can so pattern fine the BCB what if I can find me here for we so me akura so for you won't go so right sure for you won't go so
huh
we
now be said what's our register with details gu national security for now we yes adam see until onim asem kra ni gina so akasa about the favorite artist until the nyan say WhatsApp group mu a ya ka kire ne say yes DJ Slim ADD one don atem nti mu nyina mu nkodi na tem bi na wate ne ho agum and he wasn't lucky wanye lucky because asem na obetro no me processing as a threat ediba NI before within a split second no mo tracking na wianya ni details na e de ade na sende ono e ma ono ankasa ye machine say hey ni location ni bibia. And this I would say it's a final warning to people who are the fanatics and you be oti radio so bia na e lose mema mo fa sa ade ni hye mo trimu da mema mo fa sa ade ni hye mo trimu da munyi yi free ho. Say because it has been projected and I ade na etwa enimu twa akyire in the sense say to say them started say me mam submission no how it be a pundit criticize artist and it be a criticize gabo no because now artists don't actually value media people, traditional media people like that or fact traditional media hosa. And traditional media, so I say more fire who they are near Yenimu Bewu. Enti asema any say ni panikano na ote radio so eka. And sometimes they are a little bit extreme in tearing down brands and all that. I do agree on these lines. But fanatics and so monte adie biase say 2 wrongs don't make a right. As much as I would want to advise entertainment for a world radio, so fans also play a crucial role in this. Because even if I've had a backdoor conversation with Wally, fan way the obey might want to even push me in a different direction. Because by message, and this is not the first one. Oh no. As at last week, when was that last week bear 5 be by me Instagram e move 4 crab block me or more ankasa mum na block me. Oh me what time oh tina megas ye nyepe me what time. But most of these people are just keypad gangsters. They are keypad gangsters. Yeah, they are in a real life. Opa, baby, I make us say, and your hidden location, and what brepo junction. Into one I will say, Maka sama for Shatta Wale huna umpa. Where there and how be? I brepo a look a point to. And radio no and take a move and you move for her, near move off for her, near one place. Who bet me about? And I wonder the type of person you are in this economic dispensation of full of boarding. So who was Akumano? Na ubetimatam atenaka mu aba, so be it. But I say oban mishia body a ejo nti boahu ye nebra boahu pa nebra, because we are supposed to have a harmony in our system for it to work. People will sit on social media and say na Nigeria for money sir. Nigeria David Obawu ye in grief. You saw some of the blogs, Nigerian blogs, in some of Mokafano. Even Nigeria social media say Davido Eden Banako G's Sikedru say Opeso Grammy. Or Nako G Bruce Opeso Grammy. No who's Adi will be. And this is like the extreme level at which it can go. So enjoy baby nowhere cool. Let's stop that analysis of Sadia na Nigeria for mo just anti industry omo industry because they respect every player in the industry. Every single part in the industry. Ghana has here as a supporter is only for artists. It's only for artists. Ghana has a supporter is only for artists. Wow, we graphic design won't come home. Wow, we beat in one can wow, music video no one can presenter one can DJ one can. Support is only for artists. And when it take me to May, so your friend is saying, Mansem Bakwa Ekoso, Sarkodie, and now Utwiti say, Ope. DJs and the presenters now on my review a year. That's a more I'm for baby. Open DJs and presenters no my review ne Jams album na Obeba studio hall normal review, then also do a couple of performances and all that. I mean, that's what Obedi Hova was saying. This did not go down well with a lot of industry guys. I talk industry guys, especially the media part of it, the traditional media, because I saw a lot of backlash. Now say main question no portfolio our T studio here. Need the crowd Twitter was here. Main kind portfolio the mamus is here. Main kind port the mamu.
The full crowd on corner in the south way there.
Main kind a portfolio the mamu. Portfolio afa Sarkodie a screenshot or say I want to be on radio station with a dope DJ while we premiere #Jams album live, playing the music back to back, maybe Thursday. Sana Ocho and portfolio afa screenshot, you know, say go to BBC Bosu. In your own words, we are all local champions and you don't need us at this point in your career. You only are friendly to Ghanaian media when you have an album coming. After all, you said social media made you, not Ghanaian media. Make we day our lane.
So say.
The original.
Sports Obama on a beach. No more BBC.
But you
I was thinking,
right?
so wait, what's up, Bishop? Quite different from what sports is actually saying. Oh, okay.
I said, enrich, yeah. Any short memory. After my Mama Kaya say, Ghanaians have short memory. We don't have short memory anymore. You know, the right response on their man.
In Sarkodie's defense, and then me na me Sarkodie lawyer was say.
Yeah, you had the address here. It's quite obvious.
And then evil plug.
I go take bullets for you.
I said bullet sweater. Bulletproof sweater.
Yeah, the boy we were trying to and I'm say Sergio Ramos Ejuma. Personally, I won't lie, when I saw it, I was
but the concept of review and Kasana, I said yes.
say review, I mean play the songs, analyzing the songs, you know, you're just
we
going
are reviewing to do what?
So some you are just actually making sure say amanphobia, but you know, the people might actually consume the product it will feel in the comfort of their homes. They might not understand certain elements in it and then why he put those elements in them. So I mean, on a media platform with a dope DJ, they can actually, you know, have a conversation, an in-depth conversation, and get to bring all these materials out, because artists create niema into your criteria. Sometimes people might understand it, people might not understand it. Into Obeyusu platform no area more or less an education. So just general review.
I think the title, I don't know, say also a review, mamma, because review the second
it's for like a conscious album, Anna.
Yeah, if I see something that I think you should do something about. Let's say, for example, play one song with the cranium, and then
there's a part in it.
Oh, yeah, flat for her. Go and change it. Are you really going to change it? And I say,
okay,
go and change it. Are you going to change it?
I think
say, in fact, you be to say, the Hoka pro bono now they can free. Okay, yeah. Are you going to change it? Charlie, this line is wrong. Like, figuratively, it's wrong. Go and change it.
Okay.
Are you going to change it? And I say it is just a privilege. You know, the mom said they are the first time listeners of the song.
Okay, I think the word review probably might be in different parts. Maybe a review budget. You know, go through it, analyze the budget to see if everything is on point. And all. There are also reviews. I'll be to my a medical review. I'll be check one pomu say one pomu na enya where you be found. And also probably maybe the word review, but maybe more or less like a premiere. Maybe the right word should have been a premiere, premiering of
or album digest.
Yeah, the album digest or something like probably. But a review,
a pre-release, and a pre-release connotation.
Yeah.
What they are saying, because it's subject to input.
Yeah.
Yes, and then remix and all that.
Yeah.
So arrangements.
Arrangements near the other.
Yeah.
For Obidihova, me sure say maybe the team or the team has been able to hold the guy down for how many years, like 15 years. 15 years down the line, I'm sure of an album that is nothing less than great. That is, to me,
Great.
yes, I'm sure of an album that is nothing less than great.
At this
Reason
point,
being-
at this point of time in his career,
reason being say Obidihova wache ewo game.
Title de munim chiche. Ofa titles na mo chiche sa wonchindi.
Obidihova wache ewo game nim.
Yo.
And by virtue of longevity, there are certain thresholds untimi into form. Longevity won't allow you to fail. It's not possible. Because why you are there not for a very long time, you might Yebeka say artist we waba from no cry the sound quality the obwa.
Okay.
Waba from cry no
So
and then the lyrics be
great itself should be on the person, but not on the album. I don't know if I'm clear on that.
okay.
He is great,
Yeah.
no doubt. He's a legend. Some call him, some even think the view that he's the greatest of all time.
Could be.
Sir, accolades ni nyina won ho. But this album is not great because this is not what the people expect of him. I've said it time and time again. Say, open rapper our progress. When in terms of lyricism, in terms of sound, phonetics, in terms of flow, delivery. Well, who they conform no per time biya no ayamo amai. So why has it get to a time where you have to grow? Cross borders, give us the big future. Now to me, if this is no different from the last album. Last album one mono future. South Africa and Nigeria we used to say. So when you say an album is great, I mean it's living up to expectation. If no pressure on a trying say you be who those kind of big names. And our uncle for super on by HSA. You are bringing somebody bigger than the biggest rapper.
Me can want some review I hear about the playlist, I did a review yesterday or Hit Mixer Studios. You guys can check it out on YouTube. Street is watching on YouTube. Umbetimi checking it out. Street is watching on YouTube. I did a review, yeah.
Oscillate view.
Oh, no pie.
Cranium.
And I said, I didn't because why any say feature manner. Let me show you something.
It's not a feature, but
Chile. And here I'll be the okay. It depends, but Whiskey is also dropping an album this Friday.
yes, I was supposed to be last week, and
It's watching Friday. I don't know reason why he did that, but this is also Whiskey. A track list in ye. Whiskey do, Baban Lau, Starboy. Track 1 Money and Love. Track 2 Balance. Bad to Me they were really easy. Track 4 Two Sugar featuring Era Star. Slip and Slide featuring Skilly Bang and Shansia. Deep. Flower Pads. Wow featuring Skepta and Naira Marley. Pressure. Plenty Lovin'. Special featuring Don Toliver. Maintaining Dinda. Frames. That is Who's Gonna Know is the last song. Basically that is Whiskey though.
So is there a connection between as I sense over can be
Quite obvious.
I'm just trying to say
so the features, are you talking about the quality of features now? That's the kind of
because if we're talking about features on a Whiskey, yeah,
still does not need Chris Brown.
Oh no, but
he still doesn't need him.
No, we can't.
Last month.
But why would Sarkodie also need a Chris Brown?
Because he has never featured him.
No, but
we don't know how you felt.
No,
we don't know how you perform with the big gangs, with the world superstars.
We feature a friend say Eastwood. We feature E40.
A decade ago.
We feature E40.
E40 a decade ago.
No, but it's
But E40.
But Wizkid also featured.
No, but E40 and the relevance in the game as at now.
No, but a pioneer. E40 is a great when it comes to hip hop. You can never talk about hip hop. Its relevance for 50 years and not mention E40.
You will mention E40.
E40
among the list of about 25 or 30 most influential hip hop.
Of course.
Hip hop.
So it's a feather in Obede's cap. Let's not.
It was how many years ago?
No, it's not even. But every year. Any other na Wizkid no feature Chris Brown. How many years ago?
Last month.
It's said this month is also EB. If we are talking about that today,
Wizkid has registered his sound internationally.
Sarkodie also has done that. Sarkodie has also done that.
Anymore. No.
Sarkodie has done that.
No, he has not done that. Please. He has not done that.
Sarkodie registered the sound on the international.
What is the biggest future of Sarkodie? What is his biggest future? Is it E40 and not Ace Hood?
But Ace
Where
Hood
is Ace Hood in the game now?
No, what can it now? Because as at the time of feature, no, Ace Hood was big. In fact, no, but debut to what? As a man,
but he wasn't the biggest. He was big.
He was signed to read the best music. As a man, how can he was signed to DJ Khaled. What are you saying? Yeah, analysis now. Into your boss in analysis. Now, so why you be? Why you 20 days? Why you be? I'm one kind of some. Why you now? Why you now? You
haven't featured the top-notch art.
Top-notch, by your definition of top-notch. No, your definition of top-notch, because if we are talking about the biggest artists in the States right now and in the world right now, has to be the Latin pop artist. Bad Bunny mo. Omona the biggest artists in the world right now.
They have their market.
Good. So
they have their niche.
So when you are talking about that, all patch saying is the own feature there be own feature in what capacity? Because in the attempts in the interview with a fire stick, okay, I said there are several features awaya. Clarence into me man hokwan. Same way. And it be a GOG album.
I think he's making up excuses.
No, it's not making up excuses. So when him say this digital space, you know, there are lots of things that ekum.
So then wait to give the people what they want. When it is time.
So are you trying to say the features? Are you trying to say the features on Jam's playlist way doesn't cut it? Cranium doesn't cut it for you.
Oscillate. Ink Boy.
Black Sheriff Benson. Discovery of the year Niger Hedis. Omoman Bentley Bentayga 2022. It doesn't cut it for you.
Joe Boy.
See, the biggest market for African artists still remains Africa. Let's just understand that.
So then we are the
Latin community,
his growth has been stagnant. Instead of him,
that I do agree.
That
I do agree
with me.
No, that I do agree.
So it can never make this album great because he hasn't done anything different from what we know him to do.
The Sarkodie that we know will never fall. I just want us to understand.
He hasn't fallen.
He won't come down.
It's not great. And it won't be great.
Why didn't you?
Because
the collaboration so any defining the greatness of an album.
Giving us what we want to.
Can we also know?
Identify.
Can we also?
You
bet me at the idea about what I say. Any features in Kwanema album you great. Can we also understand that?
I know your fact.
Any collaboration about album I agree.
But
so Sarkodie can do a solo song.
It depends on the person.
Sarkodie can do a solo song. And that song can blow worldwide.
And cut first.
How?
Why did Labadi no go? Say Labadi say first Labadi beku.
But say Labadi the numbers ekura.
Are you sure say numbers are right now the current state of Obedi or numbers also in an
there be plugins anything make us say different levels of conversation with a different level. Plugin na
Obedi there are 7 year can all the plugins Obedi there by now there's some plugins there.
No, Obedi is never signed.
He's
Obedi is not signed
on his own.
Obedi any signed. Let's not
because he doesn't want to sign.
Some movement are Black Sheriff bit be move no. Let's not compare Sarkodie to it. Sarkodie can never get that. Kwame Eugene signing Empire Abe. Yeah, na ya.
So you won't make an excuse for him.
I'm not saying
it is because Kwame.
I'm not saying you make excuse.
I'm
not making an excuse. But a artist be any projection. I have an interview that I'm about to upload, and I want you guys to actually watch it. Share. Vibration label
Street
is watching on YouTube. Vibrational label the bemau. Speed label the obeko. There's no indie artist that can do that. And it's because of one thing, one word. Your friend, interest. Interest and yet be a menka wabobi si ane di insi David. That's not what I'm talking about. Interest as in interest will be womb. Now this is how the label system works. You the 3 and answer the 4 major labels. I mean, I'm talking about Sony, MCR, Paramount, and Warner. These like godfathers of it. I'm gonna trickle down. Me friends say Atlantic. You Def Jam. You Def Row. Money at the day. Inketegete Universal. Interscope. Dr. Dremo. So they are Ebia Obefa Sony. SRA stakeholder. Majority stakeholder Interscope mu osa majority stakeholder Atlantic record mu of ansana bia ansana bia nti one mother record label sub record labels there 4 nase, right? And these record labels, they have A&Rs, they have association, they have plugins, they have links to radio stations, streaming platform baby. Nti me ebia man sign Sony but me signing Epic. By virtue of my association with Epic, automatically me of interest to Atlantic, because Atlantic is a mother company. And the plugins are Epic Edebe Epic Records the no. Atlantic and so besa from Mubi and so I extend no, because if I want to do a feature, if I'm starting to Epic and I want to do a feature with DJ Khaled is also on Epic. And when I say see you have a phone, and I say A&R your handle me na phone no afre Khaled Charlie check who me see there's DJ Slim track beat them. Yeah, Tiemu kakra guso. Oti say can another one to any more my see na. Yeah they are there. It's simple. But in the artist after na wo kwa hwe baby DJ Khaled A&R wo asset meeting upon meeting just to get that affiliation, and most of the time it might not even work. Say a working part after na nyom no be kwa omo Epic omo my board meeting na tie say e be bo omo artist na emmo omo artist no. That is the level of difficulty. Secondly, interest ya say me na me say chire mu bi mu say Epic for eka say me ka say me pe Burna Boy on a feature. I want to get Burna Boy on a feature. Burna Boy is not signed to Epic. Burna Boy is signed to Atlantic. But Atlantic major stakeholder na ankasa no Epic for into a phone call, and it's because of the interest that they share. And it won't be for Burna Boy say Jack Slim you be that where you move forward him ye na fe ye lie between him hoses ye na ye de yade ebe koso boko Burna Boy a ye wie ye ba be ye distribution. Epic aye the distribution awie because penny projection no or person or hit it, let's say 2 million or 200 million streams in a day, and I say in a week. Let me use a week. Or the distribution no or yeah the plugins in to the various platforms no. First 2 days when you 50 million, 3 days 4 days afi streams no aho de no e ba form. No, there be didn't in a form. Maybe the radio the stations are not playing it enough. Maybe streaming platforms, they are not actually pushing the songs enough. Uhe YouTuber, uhe videos live arts and suggest amount. Apps and kitten get here you cray. Apps and kitten get here you cray. Who's a do a while I will say advert BFM. Maybe they are not popping up enough. So what is happening? No, my main for Atlantic for. What for Atlantic for say, hey, I don't know any yentiminya 200 million streams no week that means he seek a barbershop. Hey, there be yama Atlantic for so try so almost be a plug-in amount for that reach. Who artists all this one what though? But amount for being a board meeting, my consult to another record label. ama another record label no so asa afro mo mother record label Sony ama mo ye meeting kese bi pa wo artist no wada
defenders mu captain pa
and Sergio Ramos me metia and the boot dem de beba bia me say their record labels were 4 A&Rs e good dem dan ba ku mu e nom coffee e dwene ho kwan a o mbeti menya 200 million streams amount in a week and it's because of interest. Sony will interest our Atlantic project, mo Atlantic will interest our Epic project, mo Epic will interest just a trickle down.
Sarkodie will interest our sub plugins na.
Maybe case in me pacho me
pacho you.
And the lawyer for the accused. And the Juma we the assassination. Some we and mama mio. Ku we nya for
an interest ne day. No pesa plugins ni bia na obe.
No, the TN say.
Ana obe na ala sa.
Debi enya ala. Sarkodie enya ala artist.
It's not an ala artist. At this point in time, you have to affiliate yourself with some people. And you can't keep on making excuses say these guys are robbers in suit. They are going to rob you of Deben. While you are still making money off the records you have been making for the past a decade and a half, say a decade and 2, say saying all these tracks that you've done, no pressure is still giving you money by way of streams. Hell, Adona is still paying you. So if you sign a deal now, power, you know the deal. You can there's a way to find out the dealer. Atlantis in Bena Boy. Colleagues, a friend is slavery. Obeso dealer Sony any Davido mo Empire any contract say a leaky. I say a leaky.
Yeah.
So you can find out all these things. Okay, then you see that go through with your lawyer. See the loopholes in it. Do you really want to get there? So it goes down to the interest.
Okay.
Do you really want to feature those big guys?
Inti na make say.
If yes,
inti na make say same way say. And your artist will now be decided in your early ages of your career, early stages of your career. Say, do I want a record label or do I want to go independent? Number 1, record label. Say, mum approach you more. It will different tone or money will be daily. Say, mum who are Juma no almost approach you. It will tone will be daily. It's like the typical way she oba open. Oh, now all quack oba na or how again and no be a better. Say, oba moves in a better wa and so walk out no better. A different situation.
Not when constantly. Usu ye gay.
Maybe.
So, but now reduce. Not time be also ye gay. We ye gay. Or babiama.
The abutro.
Time be you spit in the face of the these kind of deals. Robbery. Say.
But of course, and your robbery in entirety.
Manage mema ho.
Debut. Robbery in entirety. Meba. And your robbery in entirety. Some record labels throughout history have robbed their artists. Make me bekan. Say Atlantic I can once me. Atlantic error won over $100 million. Or see, he only made $14 million out of a projected sales of around $120 million. Or no $14 million spent on Sakan you.
So what is that going to do with that information?
Maybe
information.
Say information. But when the record label signs you, it's that they are hedging your future earnings as against their ukra CCAU product ukra. So they project. Me kono hona me catch you say, Charlie, my album. Utie album na obetime hu say A&R no and I say omo manage friends say artists or sa platforms online says okay you have a good album, you probably have some good features on it, and I say be a solo album with a good sound, but we foresee say this album can make let's say $1 million, so we are signing you on a deal for $200,000 and I say we are signing on a deal for let's say $100,000 because a chunk of the money, although the contract is like $1 million worth, a chunk of the money is going to go into placement and advertisement of your product and your sound, your brand positioning. Nina eshesa $1 million. And so what is an artist a signing deal worth $1 million? And your $1 million you go bag mudemano.
Minya information say for me at on the album.
Oh yes, says you amount for your companies or almost.
Say information say Sarkodie no pressure album.
It could be.
There was that information in now.
It could
For a
be.
period of 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What all masters? No?
Aye. What all for 3 years. After 3 years, all the night man.
Of
For a
course.
fee, undisclosed.
Yeah.
For me, then the minimum figure.
Mm-hmm.
What all? But just upfront.
Yeah.
Maybe as
What hedging the future earnings?
Yes. For a period of 3 years.
Yeah.
And it's the past 3 years, it can be a baby on recoup. And the back end is so moving. Some you see, some contract your boys in the sign. I have seen some of these contracts. And yes, said who said I am this guy better not TV so can. So if constantly he is pitching, say I didn't yet, made why better than publishing. We be say constantly, son, oh yes, sir. Nobody is gonna come. You have to position in yourself in a way say, oh, I'm ready for that. But a bar, say I'll take time with my lawyers.
The case is Sarkodie epe. That is one thing we need to ask ourselves, because the ATM said, "Yenyi bibi antonchen, yenyi bibi antonchen." Vibration a Burna Boy, ekurasi CA as a signed artist to Atlantic Records. Meet me akase, McMill enibi. But you bet my him the year in review. Abia me kasa asemo you, quote and unquote, the year and the review. Let's say the 2022 year and the review. You be him na an independent artist. It making more financial gains chain solo wise. Because the company and answer the record label will always take a chunk of the deal, a chunk of the money.
A chunk, a percentage, and a pen. People are never too on who. You never too on. Some for 60%.
Of course,
and I will let you know. Some for 40%.
Wouldn't say most of these
more than. They never take more than the artist. I'm telling you.
You see, they never take more than the artist.
They never take, unless maybe they are robbing you. That one is a different conversation.
Oh, how?
But contract and they do be bano. Burna Boy baby I will do. On sign 80%. No, for 20%.
Oh, but Ebia,
you see, they never take.
No.
How?
Although it depends. Like
how? Because my hobby. Artists now. Nimu or Hasa. Ebia 60%.
No, but
and the
arrangement there depends on what you are bringing on board, what they are bringing on board, how marketable you are, and how sustainable you are.
But so I'm not
saying it's always the same. One of these dancehall artists, you was taking 70%, no more than 30%. I'm not saying sanity, but baby, Burna Boy do uncover percentage.
When he is
listen, I'm talking about A-list artists.
And I make us say
there is no way say Oberman 80-20 deal.
No, depending on the brand of the record label and how Kwame Eugene is big, but Lynx is bigger than Kwame Eugene. But he is A-list over here.
Yeah.
But when Kwame Eugene is approaching a BKC right now, Kwame Eugene and BKC working at his BKC will not even my dream class said they are trying to take 60% because they will do magic to each other's brand holistically.
Of course.
But when Kwame Eugene is dealing with
why are you comparing Kwame Eugene to BKC?
No.
It brings me back to my point. It is because Kwame Eugene brand not grow bigger than BKC music.
Because
exactly my point in America said Burna Boy I grow I didn't know so that
no, but
so you not go and sign a deal
but it depends
on the person.
No, because Burna Boy at that time was big and being approached by PDD. No, even if it was a 1090, Burna Boy has signed it. But then again, no, after exiting the record label, also on sign.
80-20. No. But if I'm coming to do a capital injection,
because it depends on
if I'm about to pump $20 million into your brand, and there is a foreseen, forecasted a total revenue turnout of over $200 million. Now, Obama 10% of $200 million.
And I will say your
projection. And after say yes, you know become no. Start to meet when you Grammy, when you say because the independent.
He go play. So now,
I didn't discuss it. No. debut. And this is when
coming
no.
No, but me $200 million.
debut.
Menya 20% of $200 million.
But I'm saying
you inject say na dey okay one and sign.
Your artist bi wo ha obeka say on sign.
Because ebia no ankasa ogira ne na so dada. If you take this
anything
you can take this to recourse. You can take this to Jay-Z.
Good.
Anything what I am saying.
Anything obede. Ebetima tana I say projection I say okay. These people want to pump in let's say $20 million into my brand. Okay. There's a forecast, there's a return on ROI of let's say $200 million of which they want to give me 10% of that. 200 million 10% should be like $20 million. Fantastic figure. But obede share na obetimi mobilize funds on his own, and then he can actually do the whole project and make like $21 million, of which be the funding here
possible 200 million
of no, but that possible $200 million, there's marketing budget now. It's a 10-1. It's a 10-1 because it be a project no spend $8,000 or one 10%, in fact 10 times that of 1,000 and other better product. No, it's a 10-1 situation now.
So then
what do you say? Black Sheriff you know record studio ni na nani boy say a whole album. Many show say album ni na be do $100,000. But I can tell you for a fact, say San Los Angeles billboard na mu no woso. Sa Times Square billboard na mu ni boso no. Omo counted by the minute. If they tell you the amount of money that they spend on those billboard placement, you go weak. That is marketing support. Marketing budget. In the advanced countries they don't joke with that because their list of their DJ pools are mutum. Black Sheriff me wo DJ pool bia ya to ni album ni nyina atum for promotion. You play it, there's a the code that you send and they pay you.
So benya scafi baby anko no can carry an onya bin free order.
Anything I make say if it's about money, an independent artist can go around source for funding. And I say, obe produce the product push it on one kasane platform, because if Obede has let's say 3 million followers on Twitter, 5 million on Instagram, 5 million on Facebook near the idea okwasa following here. Back then the entire here record label Pino say listeners and fans they were not at one place, they were scattered. So record label no ene ekwa akogiche omu nyina achom say Burna Boy e dey release nyuma na say Sarkodie release nyuma etibu nyina momra record label aduma no bon hu dewuru. But now because of social media are organizing base no enti obi wo Korea ofili Sarkodie was subscribe to Sarkodie YouTube channel. So when you push in a song or a product, they are supposed to consume it. You have in one way or the other eliminated the job of the middleman, that is the record label. You have eliminated them, and everybody wants to eliminate the middleman, because middleman, no, although they do add value to it, they cause vibration, they do a lot of magic to your brand, they also consume money. Let's not downplay that.
Say a service no provide them out.
Good.
If you are providing a service for somebody, or say
I'm not disputing that fact. Say if Obede had signed to a record label, he would have been bigger than this. I'm not disputing that fact. But ejina wo artist na any direction so.
Okay. So I'm saying talking about direction, which we respect that. Obede has a direction, and he wants every Ghanaian to accept that direction nowadays. There are many reasons why. Let me borrow your own words. Endra yetina hanana wo ka sembi. What's in nantwie frɛ? Na nantwie frɛ no.
Sembi hano.
What's in sembi hano ade? Because emu nyina ekwa America.
Na was afre man opay.
Was afre hano, da so hano. Ba checking the BP.
Ba oni me edin ko
But opro so twema o speedy ya nantwie ka say opro mi ka metimi akobi. Ono nko akobi no. Ye de ahoma so ne kon say wabodam. Do you know there are other artists who are not signed onto any record label, who are not, but then we don't even care, we are not even talking about it, because Udu stage bia emwanyina bewe abe opo nkwa kwibia udimbe ten for someone who himself has bestowed on himself the highest. the first point why it attracts keen analysis. We are analyzing every step he takes in the industry because he has conferred himself the highest, and by his works it is supposed to cement what he has tagged himself at the highest. And so when we are pitching any artist from any other country, you say you want to front the comparison.
Also dini honam se
Into the first pointer, me can say dentia, you better keep pen and paper because obia betimi aka bibia ba wo Sarkodie wo ho akaka bia you better pen and paper to ho say we are the highest. Into waka che say Ghana for bibia ba na comparison ma wo ne emfa on front. 1. Then 2. So we are highest there. This time round, the measure of brand has gone beyond the good music that you can produce. We don't measure you by that anymore because you are proven over the decade. And just mind you, he is the reigning artist of the decade.
Of the decade.
The first time the awards were introduced, and he was the first winner. It means that you have exhausted the market, you have impacted generations. But then, this time round, you are normal because the first collaboration you did with the Kenyan market, Kenya's best rapper, who consistently did not compare one. You say I was a Ghana rapper, be a sending Momo because they say Ghana, you can't rappers are the Okoka Chukuchakano.
Calligraph Jones.
Osi Besine.
Calligraph Jones.
Munda so they may compare Ghana rappers. Are you serious? Yes. So say onye local artist you want to tag yourself.
You are also not
artist.
an African artist.
You want to be tagged an international artist.
Thank you.
Therefore, we are measuring you by your own words. Consistently, Sarkodie has said, he is on his way to Grammys. On the Bedi Kanji Grammy Abagana. Yes, say, me a crano, me a bofrano, me a day. Bible ne kind, me trini sabofra. Nemo minini no nambe, me juni se penini big. It means, and you may go na unim or mofrabrema unini na be enlightened that you take a step back. Analyze what the
preamble ne dosun.
You take a step back because it's leading to somewhere.
Preamble ne dosun.
When Obedi was saying he was Grammy, he was talking Grammys. Now on him the steps we even used to get nomination for Grammy no. But no, he didn't even know. Say you even had to sign on to a company that is registered in the US, or you have to also sign up your work in the state to even make you eligible for your works to be reviewed. I am saying because Obedi constantly spitting on record deals perhaps as at the time Convict Music came in 2010, he didn't know its worth until he saw what the Burna Boys, what the Davidos, and what the Wizkid and in Ghana Empire has done for Blacko. So it is only right to say as at the time you made those statements, you didn't know what record label could do and propel your brand. Into this time around, maybe you know better and you are coachable. It means that you are ready to learn, review, and know. Say, okay, at this point in time, look, Obedi doesn't need money at this point in his career. So anything he does should not be driven by returns, but worth creation. Do you know how we create worth? It's not short term. You can have the nicest songs, you can have all the jamming songs, but how you are measured in the international market is your ability to use your brand to create worth around you. Into the money, you can't net worth. I am for just say yes, will be net worth $31 million. It means over $31 million. Debbie, but the person has the ability to create that amount in question. So Obedi needs a net worth, and the worth creation goes beyond just adia midimsika rema menyamsika. Build something over time so that it can give you future earnings. It will give you the ability to create a yield. Do you know why Burna Boy is giving some credits? That's let me borrow up the one words. Nanubi or interview and I'll say adia yen ya we are say major news portal in the international world reported the first Afrobeat to have sold out the Apollo, and they gave it to Burna Boy. Why? Yeah. Because Burna Boy and Netimi are working away through projection. Abe household name US. And they have keen interest and follow him killing everything he does. But then it is Sarkodie who did it first in Africa. But yes, He said it.
Say Sarkodie and Philly.
Oh no, the first Afrobeat.
Onye the first Afrobeat
artist.
So you classify Sarkodie as an Afro?
He said. Me asama making anyam make action no. Osi wakuhu say portals are reported say Burna Boy is the first Afrobeat artist to have sold the Apollo. But
Sarkodie is a rapper, onye Afrobeat.
He said Afrobeat artist. No, he is no, but he say no call a Wikipedia. How artists describe themselves.
Let me if you're going on that tangent, then let's just slide onto Wikipedia.
Yes, and so if anyone has a receipt of that interview, they should pull it. When Sarkodie said he was very hurt when he heard the international portals report that Burna Boy is the first Afrobeat artist to have sold it. So far as Sarkodie marries
Wikipedia, so a rapper.
But then he does Afrobeat. That's all. Jenna, Afrobeat.
Of course, but won't mean classifying as an Afrobeat artist. The fact that me a reggae artist, I'm a hip hop song. Would you classify me as a hip hop artist?
But even
would you classify me as a hip hop artist?
But even as an artist,
Sergio Ramos said, would you say classify me?
Even if you are a rapper, it cuts across Jenna.
So
you call high life.
So because Sarkodie Mary album, nobody classifies Sarkodie as a high life artist.
A rapper crowd there. It cut across to me
so then he is a rapper. He's not an Afrobeat artist. He's a rapper who made an Afrobeat song. Oh, they're to one same so.
Maybe you won't mean describe say the Sarkodie person who no.
There be any on the kind unless you see.
So what you are saying now, he can be all that. He can call himself an Afrobeat.
He can call himself a reggae artist.
Someone who
he can call himself a hip hop artist.
But rap is his
because
base.
he's a rapper.
Rap is his base. So I'm saying, sir,
go on.
It means that the Burna Boy do know someone is equally producing sound as rich as
story number.
Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you,
I am the first patch.
Me say I won't lie. Now with difference na adwuma na anything. Na ska no beji momo ne banso a ye nyina e bedi bi but adwuma na anything.
I am the first.
I'm the first.
Afrobeat artist to fill up the Apollo Theater, not Burna Boy. Now, somewhere no crowd can say we read the reporter speech. I was sitting at the baby interview ne kosono. Na me hwe ne live. And okay. And yeah, all cannot believe you. You should see his demeanor when he was talking. Whose fault? Who is supposed to?
But he's not the first to do that. If you're talking about
no, but say as a headline artist, on say Ochame Kwame de no.
Ochame as the first as the first rappers to do that.
Said America said
Achame in a Philly Apollo.
And no sad we me
Philly or money that lumba.
Me kokanya ho asem.
How?
Sarkodie sat on a platform and said he is the first rapper to sell at the Apollo. I told him that it is not him.
It's not him.
His fans were jumping on it. The Palma 14 said it's the only Sarkodie fans be engaged here. He's the first to sold that whole Ghana.
The facts omunim.
But he himself alluded to it. He himself has alluded. Someone make a be a receipt. He himself alluded to it. I want to point him, Mr. Emma, take credit with the Indomie generation. I want to bet me a go money. We that came from the Achame's generation know that best rapper alive has done it.
Now Achame Kofi so count.
But Achame, okay, yeah, Bra Kofi, senior man, Sacramento driver, sorry. So what you
say?
It's a Busian the American says Sarkodie move from baby. I was here measuring about how good and successful his album is. The word great they define here no. Greatness is defined by how he is able to register himself in the great. It's not by virtue of how good the song is, how commercial the song is, but then how rich.
Would you classify Bob William Nesta Kwesi Nene Male as a great artist? Would you?
Of course, this is not up for debate.
It's not up for debate. Now, or feature why?
No, but then feature now okay.
I'll wait.
Yes, he didn't feature. No, but not by he's able to as a solo artist. If Sarkodie had as a solo artist without feature has been able to transcend or penetrate.
Would you classify Michael Joseph Jackson Jr. As a great artist?
Greatest.
Great.
Yes.
He's the greatest.
No doubt. No
features, babe.
No, it's not about features. Me say,
well, because one lines na me use and then me lines and I may use. I'm not going to go up and beyond anymore. I'm just going to sit here and chill. See,
I am not saying features.
That is what you are driving your conversation.
As a solo artist, you have not been able to use your solo project to penetrate other market, then you have to borrow. You have to borrow. As a solo artist, they've been able to make world or influence world sounder among for
the impact of Sarkodie's brand globally was felt when he mounted the stage at the BET and announced his presence as the winner of that category. And Odraivo, not just one person, he drove a whole generation of black entertainers from the diaspora into the motherland
by virtue of his speech, not crafts. Please.
Then the man
I'm saying so I okay.
Nana do dem go for do ko say jini so bi.
Let me say
No. If you are saying say by virtue of the speech, but na craft no na dey
what I'm saying say
no, let us understand some of these things as much as we want to as much as we want to finger Sarkodie this morning. As much as we want to finger Sarkodie, please use lubricant. Use lubricant.
No, you not go feed the industry. You not go feed the industry for like 10 years and sit here and tell us say you be highest where you not go international before. You there industry for more than 10 years. You they sit here. I know say we media we get things to do, but you to the artists you get things to do because you know
Sarkodie go international.
No,
Sarkodie go international. What are you trying to say?
You see? When you are an artist, that is so no.
Nigeria.
You see.
Kenya.
So are you guys trying to tell me that the BET stage? Are you guys trying to tell me that the BET stage? Fala stage
No, Debbie. What I'm saying is,
so winning BET twice doesn't make any form of impact.
Mr. Marley never won Grammy, but then he's been able to be a household name. He never won Grammy.
Good.
What I'm saying is, if you're so
don't shoot yourself in the
if you're so fixated on awards, that is how come even Dr. UN can sue you.
BET.
Because
that's classification of being among the great, you know,
at times, now I say, awards now we have so
criteria.
The criteria, the bar have been lifted up. My member Akra, bar no first no. Now it found say African artists work with feature Chris Brown. That time they found. So Sarkodie no view.
Because now a market
because as at that time the biggest feature also Nigeria near Haiti. South Africa ni Casper. Kenya ni Calligraph. Tanzania ni Diamond Platts. Oh, and a boy say, hey, that be we higher coho. So what we are saying is Sarkodie, what we Africa coho. A question of the first one coho no all respect is Sarkodie because according to you keep on making excuses and complaints. Say Titi Bedi publishing. That is but then sometimes you see yes, we'll be able. Sometimes, now make us say, one who the bigger picture. I am saying, for all you may know. Look, do you know the video called Burna Boy out? Now say on any con. Okay, just say you have. It's not my fault that you have signed a slave deal. However, when we are mentioning the biggest Nigerian act, we will say Burna Boy. Burna Boy knew what he wanted. And so even if it is a slave deal, the father said he can have himself paid out of it. The thing by the next 3 years, no, why bigger than the video, no. I don't know, but they are creating more money and more worth after no. It is only a strategic way. He has signed just 3 years.
So if you call it
after that 3 years,
we're building himself out.
He has the props, he has the connection, he has built relationships. They are not going to say no.
That is what I'm saying.
All of them, because he's still the hottest guy.
So then again, at that time. Then again, I've always latched on his PR and premature release of information from his camp. And so it makes expectation on a song. No, they be or I didn't a prana na among for chill. One, Sarkodie already is facing his own political lashes. And among for frustrated about him already. And your man can't complain this I'm prana. I know my reason and I divert energy because you know say you people or they come using you me and does say nana to asui already. Abo not to hold that. Say already what can release at Tamil's time and I say President Muhammad Taman, what will studio release better 200 singles?
Robbers in shoot.
What you say? Issues near one doom Sonia daddy.
Robbers in shoot and any bad
So already Ghanaian media and some of them are angry with his hypocritical position on the economy right now. Two, for someone who has discredited Ghana media, say they don't have a role in making him. It is very difficult to impress the media now based on certain utterances he's been making lately. because he said one, Ghana didn't make him. It was social media. Ghana media didn't make him. It was social media.
I know there's some the one can ye.
Okay. Then come again, premature release of information from his camp. If he gets the opportunity to talk to,
Eddie Wetty appetite.
oh, if he gets the opportunity to talk to artists, and I don't get him
say that be fried rice now about walk of body atuto.
And I know no catch say, like 4 years ago, no catch say Lady Gaga was up you. 4 years down the line, Lady Gaga away. So if you whet the appetite of people, they raise their expectation and the bar. So if you don't meet the bar, we have the right to criticize. What posiji se mu minim se mu ko rock nation se mu ko share jezi se ma mu ko ne office so ya mama ko mu ko twa pictures by. What ko twa picture ba na se uni jezi so me say I am saying say na so rock nation pictures amba out.
Na pictures by out now we be.
Enti
uni nkomo mu ko di.
Mo enti okay so oko honum. Then you could have told Posiji because of direction and person make on how I want to take it one step at a time. If we bag a major feature, don't announce it prematurely. Now Posiji, Aba Bebeka, now Fee, offense the Shatta Wale Mpoa, offense the Stone Boy Mpoa, now Adenim Ba, Yan can want them.
Shatta to feature Beyonce Antishi.
So the same manager now. Now Afi Yoha, now producer, current producer Moji Asaba Beka. Sarkodie, and can you West. Oh, enti mini dela sina dela the fishbone kasaye ana make no pressure ye hip hop bomber anka mu so called can you West feature and ke betimi abaso make statement or say oh there is an album he say is coming up after the no pressure I know say feature no also I know he's buying his head in shame to miss Amri
also postpone the album
why no asem
also to share
enti no we yes anoma we nyina
onya sa feature onya clearance
now you spit on the very media that made you. Now at this point in time, see Yanko BBC, so we have no work to criticize your work, sir.
Then you call us to come and listen to your.
It means, sir, Penny. Then do an up to bottom approach. Now bottom up approach, welcome. Why is the Ghanaian market away? So why is the Ghanaian market?
African market.
Because you say yes.
First also.
Yes.
And the Ghanaian market was exhausted African market.
Then we have to measure you by international standards because you're BBC for into local champions. My international baby go to.
Asem no kind of yana.
Asem they say media.
Sarkodie, you know, you and I will only act friendly to the media when there is a project coming up. And for an artist who thinks he only has to engage a media when it is a win for him, I was here sheni. An artist who only acts friendly when he thinks he need a media he has spot on.
Adam for no befrobia.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
You think an artist you only need
me 10K immediately.
And I'm afraid DJ Slim.
Who see around 12 years and 15 years and immediately. Nenun kwan of we are on through you. You see? No better. You see? No, I don't aside from me here 5K immediately.
I think if the lenses are meeting, he knows that he has step on the toes of the media way too much that he knows he can't really patch it up. So the only thing is to generate something. Media no become one step now automatically I feed it into album the hype. And so he might have set us up. We are falling for it. Yes. What can be a media no become one step near can one step. We can even discuss the issue and not play the song. How about it? Who will be that? Who will be that? So be because
the phone like here no bisa say then I'm more expecting fee obede ho. Say na ink man
the project could be successful, but great now can adjective near use no.
Say great is relative. What is great to me might not be great to
but
you.
There's one standard.
Greatness there.
There's one standard.
No standard.
No relative, but there's always a parameter.
So parameter being and other judge on a successful project. See. Are you going to use it based on numbers and our impact?
My sister says they are relative.
Good. So into the maker say what can I say there is an international standard, there is one standard. Yes, I do understand that there is a standard. So parameter being and I will use you in analyzing your standard.
For someone who calls himself highest. Now Africa should have names.
Would you classify Bob Marley as one of the highest in reggae music?
Not up for debate. It's not even world music.
Good. So it has nothing to do with collaborations. It has everything to do with the sound and promotion.
Okay, so have you been able to achieve
playlist, the track list, ABBA. We don't know the marketing strategy for the Jams album? We don't even know. Are we going to see an Obede being posted on your friend saying Times Square billboards? Now then I'll pay. Why would Chris Brown?
Don't be so Chris Brown. Chris Brown then obey. But I'm saying say.
I'm saying the likes. And the kindness.
Imagine DJ Slim invasion. Why invasion? Atwa infaso 50,000 Ghana. They be our worker. But then one city womda. But then the input now the realm. Why did you do it consistently for 4 years, even when you were not even making a dime?
No, but it's a personal decision. No. You can use that.
So I'm saying,
you want my reason?
And sana ubeyi nam no, ya de nam me yinam. Inti ansana ubenya sika pudu no. I was so ye to sika to go obi.
David, it's not even about making money. To me, so, I feel region way, Ashanti region has been very, very fair and supportive in my career. Inti me influencer, me region amamenya no. Me tapu into that same influence. I'm mobilizing resources to put up a show for a man for ebia omuntimi nyeska nkohwe sa artist no. Ana omunya opportunity enkohwe. 2. Me say creative stage. I'm a upcoming and coming artist. I'm almost the same stage as A-list artist. That is to me what I want to do.
Years down the line, you have not done DJ Slim Invasion in like 3 years. However, deals are chasing you because of those sacrifices you made to build an event brand as a DJ for yourself. It's now that you are milking. It's
not just DJ Slim Invasion that made me do.
No, but whatever
that got
it is,
me all those deals chasing.
But I'm saying,
and DJ Slim Invasion.
But what strikes everyone when you mention the event side of DJ Slim?
If there are things
I don't know, Ciroc and
I did 4 years under Ciroc.
The Slim bit.
I did.
But what I'm saying is, worth creation. Register your SI. You bet your credit. Look, there are some stages. I know I be rhymes. Because some of our artists are performing and selling bigger venues than the O2 Arena now. The artists want to you, but then they are not doing it at the places that are registered and had recognition in the diaspora. And so the complex.
Yes, UK, I do agree.
The complex UK and your articles, no, they don't recognize those venues.
Yes.
I
do agree.
Someone can fill a quarter of O2 Arena and have a PR that will perceive him say, hey.
In the event space here, or even Ghanaian event organizers are almost selling out big places that are not even recognized. I mean, shouts going out to my brother Coaches event or Fredericks, Maryland was very big. Senka in Nigeria and Kibianko Obeyesa show no be Central Park, New York. Na enya that attention because to have to book Central Park is a different ball game altogether. The PR form. Yeah,
Stonebwoy did less than 800 or O2 Indigo.
Yeah.
But then look at the PR that came because it's a part of play. So I was opinion they make any say.
And what they are right.
Yes,
but
they right. They see, moving forward, no. If you think, sir, you need right, say about criticize until say I could be it here. Don't call yourself the highest. Don't call yourself the highest because self say highest. You measure you highest standard.
You are coming to future somebody bigger than one. Now
and then my for life that.
Yeah, so myself he has stepped on the media store way too many times.
You guys are being petty.
See, Adia when himself when him born untimi nye no.
You guys are being petty.
Baby, my man Andy. Adia when him born untimi nye no. For record label ye because I'm shall risk it more year or a Christmas more with your deals ni Drake with your deals no. Obede sabi who kakra. Enti for record label ye. Nenye easy man. Now can hospital on record label near the idea. Look, we will have the same discussion. And you me are with me
constantly over preaching.
Maintain these songs
on the on-sign record label. With them independent. Then. And one and I make analogy.
Yes, can be any
opposition one and will be by found.
Yes, I won't say your credits, Bema or more sign deals and your penetrations are into you are the first who saw the Polos. You are the Bema boy, no Sabisun. So please don't only be friendly to the media when you have a project coming out.
When you need them.
No. Let it be. It's a symbiotic relationship, ecosystem. and second and Saba with or without album, engage the media. Let's questions beyond even Sir James album. Let's see the direction. Let's see your knowledge on Nyoma B. And it was all the album bar. No, I should have been tweeting media. And and yet in a long while, or be the crowd, meaning say blue tick video said there you or be releasing a bad idea. Yo, DJ Slim, what up. Uncan Wafi, I see what Unipano. When was the last time I'll be the now on any jelly? And so release the Jams album. Yay. She see on Momo to atare to say a media phone who me say media phone is here let me review be a hypocrite bootleg in the dorsal mu share the penalty and some more can even can say me who hear media and art friendly or hear me look if media people are telling you the hassle even sack native go any fan base when he came to Kumasi go and see how they were complaining how they were treated. And so here we
in all fairness,
Sarkodie has called me, said they want to be on for the culture. Look at the voluntary service they are providing for him. Ask how many times.
One way or the other, we are right. I would about
I saw about person apologizing.
David. Say we are no, we live, we learn. Those statements I will make here. Probably it got off wrong. And on behalf of Sarkodie, any team now, I would like to render an apology on that. Idea.
When Shatta Wale made that mistake, when Shatta Wale made that mistake, they were banning him on this radio station. His people have reached out on his behalf. When he also just on one between
Manusi. Because now time I started boss Shatta Wale Nyumbim. Why they facilitated that? Wasn't it Dreamline? Was it Shatta Wale himself?
Also there.
When they facilitated our conversation between Memene and
in what locals are you speaking for? Locals.
Dreamline or Shatta Wale?
Dreamline is a part of Shatta.
Shadrach or Shatta Wale?
Shadrach crab a part of
Shatta Wale. But many facilitated that conversation that I released the ban on Shatta Wale. So if I am also here in the interest,
in the capacity as
DJ Slim,
Angel Deputy, Angel Baby Town Deputy, Angel Town Baby Deputy, Deputy Angel Town
as DJ Slim, a loyal sack native may apologize on
when attack
me loyal sack native and I'm apologizing on behalf of Sarkodie because those the attorney says
Sarkodie makes the news not for the richness of the future but smoking. It's not. It doesn't go for worry.
No, those things.
So where no nanka what slash you because I money bem na say no.
You are apologizing for somebody who is not sorry.
But Sarkodie
he is not sorry for saying that. Interestingly, you know that now very recently
or the nyom
answer
on radio so repetitively he's done it and in no repentant posture and you are here apologizing for someone who
oba interview na ebebusano
obeba that members
I do have a personal problem with him
member studio because say nano can say Jebad apologize. There's no way you're going to say.
So I'm going to ask him.
You're going to ask him.
Yes.
Oh, there's some question.
But you know that.
Black Nana mean you said that Robert Tuma for window we pay.
But you know that I will never let some of these things slide.
Okay, I know. I trust you on that.
You know I will never.
I'm fully on that.
No, you know I will not let some of these things slide, especially if it spits on my profession as a media practitioner. If it spits on it, I will definitely ask. Of which meaning say. Sembia as it stands now, Ebia 1 minute who are quite trained to make it those set of words or kind. Intina make us 1 minute who are quite I'm apologizing on his behalf because I do understand because me check the nature, the tone of Asama or the Tohona. You know, you can clearly see it's a cry for help and support from his local
People are
industry.
frustrated.
Cry for help.
Meba.
Hey, but you choose your words well.
No, no, but yes, it's a
There's
cry
a
for help
fan
because
telling me there's
Toboase.
a tech fan telling me
Because
Sheldon
posted a cry for help.
Sheldon has
to me criticizing her. And then I cry for help.
Sheldon has posted my thing, and do know what Stark fans are saying. The median needs him more than he needs us. We should relax.
No, but in America say, to say the many SM fan idili. Sometimes you might be tempted to, you know, as it were, boycott Adieni Yina because of Obi Asembia or Kafa. What you say? Some fans in the you already know, being in the business.
Personal.
There's nobody who was affected by Sarkodie's statement than me. Nobody in the media.
Series of them.
But
nobody. Me fan base
lived up to.
Me fan base masuso mun keten sa grow to this level. My Twitter account was blocked because I opposed that asema okai, of which means some free home. I still share the same sentiment as the day or yes I interview na me. However,
but he's not sorry.
No, maybe I may apologize. Man was our platform.
And you think
I may apologize, and of course I will ask him because before we started the show, me catch a report say, I was in Kasama me Babetron, and Kasama and me Babetron. Menya sure say entertainment, be and as a journalist be a true bidder. But I realized one thing: there were so many people. So many media people hitting hard at him, and I realized by now, obidi nani fi wanyini. By now who say ade na oye no entwa yie na oye badwemba.
So you should do the needful.
Them cousin can premiering because I feel say obakumasi ha na so okwa akra me chenu baby a onye ni media to pacho obede any sack music team unko Angel TV. So Obama or sports wako BBC abana sinye mpacho okwa akra onya na NGTV oba ha onko se ni mako Angel ofri BBC anaza yi arenie marenie ko BBC aba okwa pio so a onko senior apotiti ho omo na the newest BBC platforms a omo ye prox
next week we ko BBC
BBC aba
next week aba
so if he was not so keen about great collaborations then okwa BT a Beyonce twa ni ba bi ma etwa ba bi a etwa fan baby o wave amanfo or say on Beyonce wave no. If he was not so keen about collaborations, a wave crowd the Beji fans, how much more a feature wave who's Beyonce wave you Ghana here nyaso Beyonce wave me
excuses not those
Beyonce wave me your feature Beyonce crown your fan base were trashing it. Now wave who the wave Beji fans into feature
no
also pacho
mock open and sign the thing so that the highest will be cemented.
There be
until I get the clearance. Now me the pana me pen on a album so that's simple.
On the streets, you need a beer by your